Hey YouTube, what's going on? Team Aquatics here. Just wanted to give everyone a quick update. It's going to be really fast on the tanks that I have running. Most of you have been looking at my African cichlid tank, Lake Malawi specifically. So you're familiar with just about everything I have in here. But I wanted to update everybody on my discus tank, or should I say my former discus tank. I actually went on Craigslist and sold all of the fish in that tank. Don't worry, anyone that liked the driftwood and that stuff in there, I kept the driftwood, kept everything, all the accessories for that aquarium. I did sell all the fish to a knowledgeable fish keeper who has had discus in the past and really didn't want to start out with really small juvenile fish. So if you can all guess that I've got the African cichlid bug in me right now, and I'm sorry for the glare because I'm recording this during the day. My daughter's taking a nap, so most of you can probably assume that I stuck with the African theme, but let me just spin around. There we go. I'm going with a Tanganyika setup. Now, I've got the attitude of, go big or go home. I don't know if you can see from here, but on the right side of the rock pile, you'll see a couple of really small frontosa. If I'm pronouncing it right, I believe they're Katoomba purple. And I got a shipment in from California, San Jose, I got them on Aquabid through the Frontosa factory. Not sure if anyone's familiar with that, but that's where I ordered them. These fish are really small. They're still probably fry. You'd probably consider them fry, but they're about an inch. And I'm totally stoked. I'm going to do a Frontosa tank in here. What's awful is, I don't know if anyone's up in the New England area, but yesterday was the coldest day of the season. The temperature had dropped down to -20, I believe, in the overnight. And so these fish, of course, were shipped yesterday from California. And I have to say, Anthony from the Frontosa factory packed them beautifully. I ordered 6. 2 were living. 4 were not. The bag water was really cold. It was extremely cold. So because these fish were still, the gills were still moving, they were still kind of, their fins were still flapping, I decided to just bring them in here. I didn't even acclimate them to the water. I just put them in because I kind of felt that they'd wind up being casualties anyway. But these 2 fish, it's been more than 24 hours now, and they've been eating flake. And try to get as close as I can to them so you can see them. And they look like they're going to pull through. So just as an FYI, I have been in touch with Anthony, and he's credited me for 4 new Frontosa. I think he's going to try to ship them out next week by Friday via cargo. Air cargo, he said, is probably going to be better because it'll avoid the transfers from the plane to FedEx, etc., etc. So he thinks that it'll probably be more successful doing it that way. So I think that's the way we're going to do it. Also in this tank, just as another update, I was at my local fish store where I get all of my Africans, where I purchased all my Africans, and they had about the same size, about an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter long, the Alto Lamprologus compressiceps, and these are, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to say Wella, but there's an M-W-E-L-A, and they're yellows. So I've done some research on Frontosa, and these are really slow growing. Frontosa, I guess, aren't really very fast growing cichlids, but these are supposed to be fairly peaceful tank mates. They're all piscivores, so they all eat fish, mollusks, and everything else. But they're about the same size. They're leaving each other alone, which is nice. And when they're adults, they're supposed to leave each other alone. So, supposed to be a decent tank mate. I got 3 of those. The rest are hiding out. It's a lot of tank for a tiny little fish. I'm not doing the grow out tank. I'm just doing just putting them in the 150 and seeing what happens. But oh, just so you know, my substrate here, I ditched the Eco Complete obviously for the planted. I'm sorry for the focus, but I'm doing the African cichlid mix, which is it's got shells, supposed to increase the hardness, and let me know what you think. I think it looks good. Rocks are easy because they're free if you can find a good spot for them, and fairly easy to decorate. But let me know what you think. I know a lot of you are probably going to be very disappointed. Maybe you subscribed to my channel because of the discus, but I have to be honest, chasing the plants from week to week, it just became very tedious. They were melting back. The tank was a mess. I did the best that I could. I hung in there for about 1.5 years, and I love them. It's a lot of work though, and I just wanted to try something new. So all those fish got adopted out, and I am very happy with the direction that I'm going right now. So this is going to be a Tanganyika tank. All Tanganyika fish in here. Not going to lose any interest in this aquarium either, my Malawi tank. I'm just stoked that I've got these 2 African tanks. So comment if you want, hit subscribe if you haven't already. If you like the video, feel free to hit like and comment. But let me know what you think of where I'm going. This is it's new for me, and I just want to thank all my subscribers for. Oh, sorry about that. I got the news on the internet with the prayers go out and thoughts go out to the families of those in France who lost their lives, the families who lost their loved ones with the terror attack there. So anyhow, here we go. If you like it, like it. If you don't, let me know. Talk to you soon.